Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I uploaded. Well, been very busy with client work and just, working. But now I'm here. Today, I want to talk about something that is really, 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 really important, because I see clients come into the therapy room and they say, Henzi, I'm going through this. I'm going to talk about purpose, direction, and goal setting. I've been having this, since my last video that I recorded when I went on holiday to Spain. I've had this in mind that I wanted to talk about this because I think it's very important that we know as a people, we know our purpose here on earth. So today I'm going to be talking about purpose, direction, and goal setting. Are you someone who you feel you don't have purpose or you don't know what your purpose is here on earth? Well, why don't you take a few minutes to sit down with me now as I begin to share with you what I feel about this subject. Something that I've been studying about, and I've looked at my own life, and I have some few tips, that I can give to you that you can use. Now, I'm going to be talking today both from the general perspective and also the Christian perspective, okay? Because I do have Christian clients who also want to know what their purpose is from a Christian perspective. And also people who are non-faith, speak to you also from that. Everybody, whether you're Christian or you're not a Christian, we all need to know our purpose here on this world, in this life. We all need to have that direction and know where we are going to. So this is for you that I'm going to live today. Okay. So, do you feel lost in life and sometimes wonder if you have a purpose on earth? That's the first question to ask yourself. Because when I get clients coming to the therapy room, they say to me, oh, Henzi, I don't even know my purpose on this world, in this life. I don't know why I'm here. So do you feel like that sometimes? Okay. If you know your purpose, if you're somebody who knows, you know what, Henzi, I really know my purpose. I know why I'm on this earth. I know, and I'm pursuing my purpose. That's great. That's great that you know your purpose. It's great that you know the direction that you're taking. Have you set your goals? If you have, then that's great. But this message is for people who don't know their purpose, who haven't even thought about any direction. They're lost. They feel lost. They don't know the direction to go, and they don't even know how to set goals concerning whatever they have their purpose. Or sometimes you might even know your purpose, but don't even know the direction, how to go about it. Or you're going, but you haven't even set your goals towards that. This message is for you. So today I'll talk about how you can put things in place to help you start and get underway. Okay? All right. Now, I want you to remember that these are my own personal views. Like I said, they're not suitable for everybody. These are the times where I think when clients come into the therapy room and I make notes for myself and think about, okay, what next? How can I help these clients, outside the session? So feel free to listen to what I have here. It's not one size fits all. It might not be suitable for you, but if you feel it's suitable for you, please do. Okay. Many people, they lack that reality and purpose of feeling lost, and, it can become noticeable. I think during lockdown, a lot of people felt lost. A lot of people felt they didn't have that purpose. A lot of people were worried about direction that they wanted to take. Some people felt lost and unfulfilled. And also this can, bring negative thinking when you feel lost. And it's true, when you feel lost, when you feel, oh, I don't know where I'm going to, what next, before you know, your mind starts to go into overdrive. You start to have a busy mind. You'll be thinking about stuff all the time. Now, the first step, I'm going to give you some steps now. The first step to identify your purpose is to be true to yourself or what you want. Be true to yourself of what you want. What do you want your direction and your purpose to be? I believe that we're not in this earth by mistake. We're not here just to make up the population, just to make up the numbers. We're here for a specific reason. Each and every person is here for a reason. So think about your strengths. I mean, there was times when I was growing up, I used to think, oh gosh, what am I doing on this earth? What did God put me on this earth to do? And I took time and I spent time thinking about that. And I knew for myself that, yes, I do have a purpose. I'm not just here to make up the numbers. Okay. So one of the things that you could do is think about your strengths. Even if you feel you don't have any strengths, what are the things that you feel passionate about? What are the things that you feel good about? What are the things that make you happy, that you do effortlessly? That's your gift. Your gifting is your purpose. You see, when you have a gift, things that you do effortlessly, things that you are passionate about, you using that gift to be a blessing to yourself and to others. That's your purpose. Because you see, we are here to help each other. We are here on this earth to be able to fulfill God's purpose for us. So for me, I like to encourage people. I like to encourage people. Growing up, I thought I was going to be a lawyer because I like to speak. I thought I was going to be a lawyer, but that wasn't the direction that God was taking me to. And I found myself, working within the community. I found myself, liking to help people. Helping people gave me joy. Speaking and comforting people gave me joy. And I went into social work. I did that, into the social care field. I went into that and I did that for about 22 years. And, I felt happy being with people, talking about helping them, when I was working in that social care field. Talking to people, helping the children, helping the families for them to know their purpose and what's going on, problem solving. That gave me joy. And I thought, you know what? That's something I know that I've been called to do. That's my purpose. And when I started doing my counseling right back in 1998, when I started doing my counseling and training, then I began to feel, okay, you know what? This is something that I was passionate about. When people come to me and talk to me about stuff, family and friends, I was passionate about listening to them and helping them. That was my first step of like, oh, this could be my purpose. I love to teach. I love to teach people, and I also love for people to know how to do stuff, problem solving. Some people say, oh, I don't know how to do this. And I found out that I love to teach people how to do steps and say, okay, if you don't know how to do it, I've studied it myself in my life. This is how to do stuff. I felt that, that's my passion. So for you, ask yourself, what is your passion? What is it that you feel that you love to do effortlessly and it brings you joy? Some people might say, oh, Hensi, I don't have a passion. So it's okay. You might not have a passion now, but in time, it will be revealed to you if you just pay attention to your strengths. Some people say, well, Hensi, you know what? I don't have any strengths. You do have strengths. What about the good things about you? You do have strengths. You just got to sit down with those strengths and find them and just identify them and make note of them. Okay? Now, then imagine also the next step. So first of all, we'll think about your strengths. The next thing is to imagine what you would like your outcome to be. So we're talking about finding your purpose. What would you like your outcome to be? What would the destination look like? For you to go, let's say you're going on a trip. Let's use, for example, you're going on a holiday. You've already booked your holiday, and maybe you book a holiday to the Caribbean island or one of, whatever holiday you want to book. When you're sitting down there doing the booking and they're showing you the pictures, I'm sure in your mind, you're already imagining the things that you will do. You will lay on the beach. If it's a beach holiday, you're laying on the beach and just soaking out the sun, sunbathing. If it's a theme park holiday, you're with yourself and your friends or your children just on the ride. You're already imagining how the holiday is going to be. Okay? The same thing. So when you have a purpose, or when you want to discover your purpose, what is it that you want? Once you identify your passion and what you do and your gifts and things that you do effortlessly, is for you to be able to identify where you want your destination to be, how you want it to look like in the end. Because if you don't have an ending, you will not be able to plan the direction of how to get there. So what I'm saying is that have a mindset of where you want the outcome to be, how you want it to look like, so that you can plan how to get there. Okay. Now for Christians, you may, if you're a Christian, you might want to ask God and say, God, what is your plan for me? Because as Christians, we follow what God wants for us. We don't just say, oh, this is what we want for ourselves. We surrender our lives to Christ, and we surrender our purpose. So if you're a Christian, and I'm speaking to you today, is you asking God and say, Lord, what is your purpose for me? Go to the scriptures and God will direct you what he wants. Now, for you to have a direction, you need to have a goal in mind. You know, they come hand in hand. Don't let fear stop you also. Don't let fear stop you. Have a goal in mind to say, okay, this is what I want to accomplish. Now I'm going to talk about goal setting. Make a list of what's important to you. When you want to set your goals, it's for you to make a list of what's important to you. Yeah, so I got 8 steps I've written in my notes that I'm going to give to you now. Now, usually I will give this in the session, but if you're listening to this, you can also take advantage. Might as well take an advantage and use these tips to set your goals if it's something that you feel will help you. Okay, number 1, make a list of what's important to you. Number 2, begin with the end in mind. Have a clear image of where you would like to be, which is what I've mentioned before. Then number 3, project yourself into your future and visualize what you see yourself doing. You remember I talked about the holiday? You know, you book a holiday and then you already project yourself to say, oh, this is what I will be doing. This is where I want to see myself. I will be, in 2 weeks time or 3 weeks time, when I go on my holiday during the summer, I will be by the beach. I will be in the swimming pool. Oh, I will eat lots of food. I will do this. You're already projecting you're not there, but you're already allowing your mind to see where you want to be. Number 4, write 5 or 10 things that you want to do this year that will help you towards your goals, and be realistic about it. So once you have the goal in mind, you project yourself to where you want yourself to be, visualize it where you want it to be. Also write things down that will help you, probably 5 to 10 things that you think will help you get there. They have to be realistic. Make them realistic. If you're a creative person like me, and you want to map out those things, you can do a storyboard. A storyboard where you can draw or you can write, to help you visualize, to say, okay, in the month of July, I'm going to do this. In August, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this week. Do a storyboard for yourself. The police people, they like to do storyboards. When you watch those films, you see how they put the pictures and they begin to do the storyboard to make those connections to whatever crime that they're investigating. So do yourself a storyboard for how you want your goals to be, the outcome of your goals. Number 6. Also think of things that might prevent you from achieving your goals. Ask yourself, ask yourself the how, the why, the what, the when questions, or the who questions. Think about the things. What's going to prevent you from getting to that destination? So, for example, if we're using the holiday, is your flight going to be cancelled, or is sickness going to prevent you from getting to where you want to? Look at the things, as you're setting your goals. Is there anything, do a plan B. Is there anything that will prevent you from getting to where you want to be? That's where plan B comes, where you need to make an alternative plan. Focus on one project at a time and practice being organized and consistent. So when you're setting your goals, you need to focus on one project at a time. Don't do one project, leave it halfway, and then go do another project, leave it halfway. You jump from one project to the other. No, focus it. Be consistent. And I know some people say, oh, Henzi, oh gosh, I'm not organized. You talk about be organized. I don't know how to be organized. I think that's another message that I will do about how to be organized. Let me write it down, actually. Let me write it down. My next message, I'm going to write it down, is be organized. I'm going to do a topic, how to be organized. I'm going to do a message on that, a video on that. I've just written it down on my notes so I don't forget. Now, if you are a Christian, pray and be positive to help you get a clearer picture of your journey in life. Okay? If you're a Christian, pray. Pray about your goals. Pray about your journey so that God will give you a clearer direction. Now, if you're not a Christian, and you rely on yourself, it's up to you. But whatever you do, make sure that you believe in yourself. It is important to believe in you as a person. Believe in yourself that, you know what, this thing I'm going to do, I can do it. I can do it. You got to believe in yourself. Yes, as Christians, we believe in God, but also God gives us the ability. He wants us to believe in ourselves too. So if you're talking about purpose, direction, and goal setting with your purpose, first of all, just to summarize, purpose, know why you're here on earth. You're not here as a number. You're not here as as a number to make up the census. That's not why you're here. Is that why you think you're here? If you think that's why you're here, then, it's up to you. But for me, I know I'm not here just to make up numbers. No, on this earth. I'm here to be of value to you. I'm here to help people. I'm here to be a blessing on earth. And I'm sure you are here also to be a blessing to others. Whatever field you're doing, whatever work you're doing, you are here as a blessing. You see, this hand cannot function by itself. This finger cannot function by itself. It needs others to help it. When you want to wash your hand, if you want your hands to be clean, why is it that when we want our hands to be really clean, we rub both of them together? And yes, there are people who have only one hand. But even with one hand that you have, you still rub it together. If you want your finger to be clean, you run it underneath the tap, maybe for so long. But if you want it to be clean, God gave us two hands for a reason, where we can rub it together. And by rubbing it together, we are saying we are helping each other. Okay? So whatever profession you are in, you might think, oh yeah, I'm doing this profession is boring. No. It might be boring, but for the time that you're there, do it to help other people. Because without you there, that company won't function. That's why they employed you. Believe in yourself. Okay? And the direction you want to know where you want to go. What is your direction? What direction in life do you want to go? Think about it. Think about what direction you want to go. Let it be realistic. It's about you seeing the end from the beginning and then working towards it. Now, if you found that this video was helpful to you, you can share it, you can like it, you can click the notification button and subscribe to my channel. Okay? I will see you in the therapy room as usual. Take care and God bless.